Well, I just kind of have a statement to make, and it is a little bit long, so I apologize, but I really would like to make it. So I'm going to read from my statement just so I don't miss anything. All right. Bill Carey and Ramya Ramakrishnan have posted on social media that back in January of 2019, I knowingly and illegally leaked confidential information and therefore abused my power as board president. This is false. I am making this statement today not for them because I believe they already know the truth, but for anyone else who might read those posts. I'm proud of my professional integrity, and therefore I felt compelled to address this lie. As most of you will recall, in December of 2018, members of District 4 circulated a petition to invalidate the board's appointment of Nini Natarajan with the intent to call for a special election to temporarily fill the seat vacated by Joe Giannini. On or before January 4th, 2019, Dr. Leslie Boozer, our superintendent at the time, and I, as board president, received an email from Eric Kwok, who was working with Dan Bellino, Alameda County Superintendent Karen Monroe's chief of staff, indicating that the petitioners had collected enough signatures to invalidate Nini's appointment. I then wrote back to Eric and asked if we could see the petition. Eric sent me the petition. I replied and asked if the petition was a public document. Eric stated he needed to check with his boss, Dan Bellino, then emailed me and said that yes, it was a public document. At that time, I distributed the document to the entire board because our governance handbook states that we're all supposed to have the same information. I also distributed it to two individuals, the East Bay Times and the Independent. I gave it to the media because I was a spokesperson for the board and they were writing a story on the special election. I believed this information would be of interest to the public. On Friday night, January 4th, around 9 p.m., Dan Bellino from ACOE called me to say that they had made a mistake and given me the wrong information. In fact, the petition was a protected and confidential document. The Board of Trustees and Dr. Boozer received an email directly from Dan Bellino shortly after that call at 11:17 p.m. I'm going to read that email to you. Dear Dublin USD board members and Dr. Boozer, please be advised that per Government Code Section 6253.5, the petition filed with the County Superintendent pursuant to Ed Code Section 5091 is not a public record and was mistakenly provided by the Alameda County Office of Education to Dublin USD. Please destroy any hard copies of the document, delete the document from your email records and any other location you may have saved an electronic copy, and do not further disseminate the document or the contents contained within it. If you have already disseminated the document or information contained within it, please inform the person or persons to whom it was disseminated that it is not a public record and must be deleted, returned, or destroyed, and request that they inform as such any persons to whom they disseminated the document or information contained within it. A similar clarification and request will soon be sent to members of the press who I am aware were in receipt of the petition. Please provide me with the confirmation that you received this request and have or will comply with it. I apologize for the confusion and the inconvenience and concern it has caused affected parties. Sincerely, Dan. Between the time Mr. Bellino called me and that email to the board was sent, I called my contacts at the press and requested they not publish it, and contacted the other two people I'd sent it to and requested they also destroy it. Both confirmed they did. In March of 2019, 7 members of our community submitted a Public Records Act request to see all of my communications pertaining to the petition for special election. The dates they requested were January 3rd through January 10th. In the emails turned over to these folks, the email I just read was included. We did have to delete all emails that contain the confidential information, which means the original emails with the attached petition from Eric are gone. They were deleted from our inboxes and deleted from our trash boxes. In that short period of time, it is my understanding that the press reached out to some of the organizers of the petition to request interviews. Some of those who were contacted refused to respond. Some denied knowing anything about it, and others did the interview. I believe that the only names published were those who agreed to be interviewed. Additionally, the 100+ signatories of the petition received an email directly from the County Superintendent, Karen Monroe, right after the incident, which I'm going to share. This is from Karen Monroe. I am writing to you as you are a signatory on the petition for special election to fill vacancy of governing board of the Dublin Unified School District Area 4, which was submitted to the Alameda County Office of Education on January 2nd, 2019. Government Code Section 6253.5 provides that such a petition is not to be considered a public record. On January 4th, 2019, in the process of notifying Dublin USD that ACOE had received a petition, ACOE erroneously communicated to the district that the petition is a public record and provided a copy of the petition. As soon as ACOE discovered its error, staff utilized every available resource to correct the matter by end of the day. The party who received the petition in error from ACOE, after being informed of the error by ACOE, now understands and acknowledges that the petition is not a public record. They communicated to our office that they have destroyed and removed any copies of the document from their records. They have also communicated to our office that they informed anyone to whom they may have disseminated the material to do the same. Additionally, upon learning the document had been provided to certain members of the press, ACOE contacted the media outlets known to have received the petition, at which point they also agreed to destroy the petition and remove any reference to specific information contained therein from their reporting. At this point in time, ACOE has taken every available corrective action possible to mitigate for this error. I sincerely regret any inconvenience or impact our initial miscommunication may have caused. Should you have any further questions, please contact ACOE's Public Information Officer. Sincerely, Karen Monroe, Alameda County Superintendent of Schools. So yes, a mistake was made and quickly corrected. I did not knowingly leak confidential information, and as soon as I was informed by ACOE that they had made a mistake, I worked with them to fix it. The petition and information contained in it never made it out to the public. Unfortunately, there are 3 to 4 people in our community who continue to find ways to stoke the fires of division. These posts questioning my integrity cross the line, specifically given that they are intentionally sharing only the part of the story they feel reflects poorly on me. If any member of the public is still confused about this incident, please reach out. I have nothing to hide, and I am more than happy to speak with you about it, but I am not interested in a back and forth on social media. Thank you. That concludes my board report.
Be marked successful. Trustee Amy F. Miller, you indeed have a very impressive resume on paper. With a 10-year history in the school system and politics, it is a shame that you are ignorant about the fact that voter data is confidential. With the political and personal contacts you have, you managed to get the list of citizens who exercised their constitutional right of overturning the appointment of a trustee you were a major part of. You also, clearly, with the intent of public shaming and revenge, you shared the information with the press and your friends. A few of those are vocal on social media and trash talking about the 3 diligent trustees you tried to put down in almost all the board meetings. As one of the signatories on the list you leaked, when my kid did not get the electives he applied for, and that same teacher a few weeks ago sent emails to the contact list she had at her disposal as a DHS teacher, you were the reason that came to my mind. Don't you ever claim to care about all of Dublin equally, since your act proved otherwise. Citizens need an apology from you. Be not led astray. God is not mocked. For what a woman may sow, that also she shall reap.
Public comment 25 is from Ms.Ramakrishnans. Dear Board of Trustees, especially Ms. Miller, since you have called my name out twice in public meetings and accused me of things I have not done, here are my questions to you. You have completely shifted the blame to ACOE. You have served as a board president and trustee for a decade, and you want the public to believe that you did not have the common sense to not send names and addresses of voters to the press. What was your intent? That's the million-dollar question. Why would you send the press contacts names of people who voted for the special election? They are the real victims, not you. Not once did you apologize to these voters, not once. You have the audacity to call me a divider whom you tried to appoint the candidate you wanted and ignored District 4 voices. Shame on you. You know, out of decency, many emails exchanged between you and some board members were never shared in public. I guess it's time to do that now so that people can find out the truth. I am glad you are stepping down. Wish school board had term limits. You divided Dublin, not us. Goodbye. Never afraid to say my name. Ms.Ramakrishnans.
Public comment number 26, anonymous. Amy Miller, your excuses are not accepted. What you did was wrong, and instead of sharing the story immediately, you gave a sorry excuse, and it was long overdue. Also, how on earth do you... Public comment number 36, anonymous. I just listened to Ms. Miller's statement and would like to know what was her intention in sharing the information of those signing the petition to the media and other board members. Why would she or any other person want to know who signed the petition in the first place, other than scaring them? Yeah.
Public comment number 49 is from Bill Carey. Dear Board, please never send me an illegal document again. Powerful and ethical response by one person upon receiving the petition from Amy Miller on February 4th, 2019. Meanwhile, others proceeded to compare notes on who signed the petition. Unfortunately, the comments tonight from Amy Miller provided no new facts or insight. If intended as an apology, they are almost 18 months late. There was no legitimate basis for leaking the petition to the press or anyone else. Such actions damage the electoral process. We are also left speculating on why such acts occurred. As the first remediation, I request the board review its policies and procedures related to ethical conduct, protection of confidential information, and use of district resources for personal and political purposes. Thank you, Bill Carey.